this week we are going to be making a parts of a landscape picture. A lot of times this creates an illusion. Artists, we've talked about this briefly, about how things that are up close in our picture, they are big, and things that are far away are smaller. They're not really smaller, they just look smaller because this creates space in our picture, or distance. Now, space is one of our elements of art. We have talked about line, we've talked about shape, we've talked about color, we've talked about texture. And so now I want to hit up the space one. So I also want to throw in the principle of art that is pattern. And so you can see that on each one of mine I have tried to use a different kind of pattern. So follow along and create this landscape. If you do not have green paper, don't sweat it. Just use white on white and color it green, okay? No big deal. All right, well, let's follow along. Let's take our green paper and we're gonna fold it in half. That's short side to short side, corner to corner. All right, and now we're gonna open it back up and we're just gonna take the top half and we're gonna take corner to corner and bring it over to corner here. We're gonna flip this over and do the same thing. Corner to corner. There. This is going to give us a zigzag fold. See that? Okay, so we're gonna open this up. And to help us create that illusion for our background, foreground, and middle ground, we're going to start not all the way at the top, but make a little dot. And then come down here, and not at the bottom, but up a little bit. Make a little dot. And then using your marker, make an interesting land line. So this is gonna make, you know, if you've got kind of hilly or mountainous, and you wanna keep kind of going to get to your dot. Now let's cut it out. So now you can decide which one you like better. I think I like this one better. Let's see. Fold it back in and see what you got. Look at this one too. Okay, I don't know, they're both kind of interesting. I think I'm gonna go with this one though. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna trim off any extra pieces you have. Now if you don't want this black line to show, you can always go back in and trim that. I just want to get that extra green off. Take it, take our white piece of paper, kind of line it up like so, and then take your glue stick, follow the outline, and glue it down. Cut that extra off. Okay, so now to give our picture that illusion of our space, that's our word of the week, space, we want to make sure that we have our foreground, that's the front of the picture, our middle ground, that's the middle part, and our background. Now, my mountain is just a little bit too high, so I'm gonna trim him just a bit. Remember, you're the artist. If something is not feeling right, fix it. Foreground, middle ground, and background. We are going to show space or distance in our artwork. Now, on these, I'm going to color patterns. Patterns is not an element of art. It is going to be the spice. It's a principle of art, and it's going to be the spice that makes our artwork just a little bit different than everybody else's and gives it that edge. So I'm gonna make my patterns. Remember, if you don't have green paper, you can use white paper and color it green. All right, here goes. In my artwork, I'm now going to work on my sky. So you can use crayons or markers, whichever. I'm gonna go ahead and put a nice big sunshine because it is beautiful outside. I'm gonna make those rays shine far across. I got another one there. And then I think I'm gonna use a couple of different warm colors to create my sunshine. Okay. Okay, so now I have my sky and my land done. Now the next thing for my landscape, I'm going to need some houses. So you can use a marker, you can use whatever, but on that extra white sheet of paper, you can just come on over and we're gonna fold my paper because I want to show you a trick. Fold my paper and I'm gonna draw a big house. Remember, with space, things that are closer look like they're bigger, and things that are further away look smaller. All right, let me cut these out. Now I'm going to decorate those. I need a smaller pen. once you have your houses done, remember, things that are large are going to be in the foreground. So it's close, it's going to be large. So I'm going to put it in that front part of my picture. Now this one might be just over the hill, so I'm going to put him about right there. He'll still look larger than some of my other ones. We have our landscape showing our foreground, our middle ground, and our background. I hope you enjoyed it. I can't wait to see yours.